Welcome to 2025. 1 year ago, we set out on a bold mission to make it simple to eat better. Today, I'm proud to say that mission is thriving. Thousands of people are already using our product, transforming how they think about food and health. But the food environment has not changed much. It is still dominated by ultra-processed foods, keeping us hungrier and eating more than ever. Calorie shocked. Currently, there is no commonly accepted solution except for most people to take new satiety drugs like Ozempic for the rest of their lives. Maybe we need something else. A brand new, simple and enjoyable way to eat better. Something that's even fun. That is what we're building. It's like Ozempic, but with food. More satiating foods that keep people fuller for longer. Unlike legacy products, this requires no knowledge. And it takes less than 1 minute per day. I'm Dr. Andreas Eenfeldt, and this topic has been my passion for more than 20 years. I started as a family doctor, then I helped build the world's #1 website for low-carb and keto diets. At the peak, we had over 500,000 visitors every day, and many people found that super helpful. But it's only one way that can work. And it can be hard to avoid carbs forever. They can be pretty tasty. It's clear that we need something new, something more flexible, way easier and more effective than anything we've seen before. That may sound like the Holy Grail, but with brand new nutrition science and brand new AI technology, it has just become possible. This is an idea whose time has come. It is time to turn the obesity epidemic around, and you can help make it happen. We are building the future, and we have already started.
So I've lost 10 kilograms. I was like, what? What's going on?
Like intuitively in my heart, what you guys have here is brilliant.
The freedom I have in Hava now gives me the time to not be stressed out about things, to feel like I'm in control, to feel like I have hope.
We're struggling so much as a society, and I think this is really a paradigm shift in a lot of ways.
I have the same weight at 71 as I had at 19 without effort. Thank you for bringing it to all of us. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
It is great to hear these stories. But what led these people to look for a solution to eating better in the first place? Why did they, like millions around the world, gain weight and sometimes other health issues? This problem is well known. As modern ultra-processed foods took over, obesity skyrocketed, as it tripled in one generation, and diabetes has also exploded, as has high blood pressure and abnormal cholesterol. These things are all connected. Together, they are called poor metabolic health. And this drives all our top chronic diseases. It accelerates aging, it shortens our lives, and it makes what remains less healthy. We've kind of gotten used to this gloomy situation, but this isn't normal. If we identify the exact cause, then we can fix it. The exciting part is science has finally shown us the way. But why did millions of people, without intending to, start eating more? The answer is simple. It was by design. The food industry profits when you eat more and buy more. So they engineered ultra-processed foods to be cheap, addictive, and irresistible. These packaged foods filled with unrecognizable ingredients now dominate diets in places like the US, perfectly mirroring the rise in obesity and chronic disease. Until recently, we lacked hard proof for this connection, but now 3 groundbreaking studies show that ultra-processed foods cause people to eat 500 to 1,000 extra calories per day. One of these studies, led by Dr. Kevin Hall at the NIH, identified 2 of the key factors. First one is energy density, meaning the calories per gram of food. The other is hyperpalatability, meaning how addictive foods are. This is fascinating. When these factors were removed, ultra-processed foods became far less harmful, driving much less overeating. And this proves that we can pinpoint the most problematic foods and the best alternatives. And this changes everything. Let's talk about solutions. One way is new medications, these satiety drugs for people who need them, and they can help. They are satiety hormones. They work in the brain to make us feel full, make us eat less. These drugs are effective, but they rarely take people all the way. Even with them, you're still going to benefit from eating better. You get leaner, stronger, and you may eventually be able to come off the drugs. So whether you use these satiety hormones or not, eating better will always help you. Ultra-processed foods make us eat more, and we know the main solution: eat better. The remaining problem is that it's hard. It's really hard. Calorie counting, which is what most people do, is miserable. It's unsustainable, and it leaves you hungry. Instead, focus on foods that make you naturally want to eat less. And studies show huge differences between foods. 400 calories of donuts is not the same as 400 calories of salmon. So to eat less, prioritize these high satiety foods that are nutritious and satisfying with fewer calories. Some approaches here include eating way less carbohydrates, much more protein, but really big changes like these can be unsustainable in the long term. What's needed here is a simple, flexible solution that fits all preferences. That is the ideal, and that is what we are building. We have a solution called Hava, and we're making it simple to eat better. Let me show you how. We have two components to this system. First, it's a groundbreaking concept: satiety per calorie. It's like a satiety hormone, but with food. The second is new AI technology that's revolutionizing what a nutrition app can do. It makes it faster, easier, more capable, and more fun. I mean, your grandmother could use it. It's that simple. You should try it on her. First, let's talk about our satiety per calorie model. As studies have demonstrated, multiple factors influence how much food we want to eat. Factors like energy density and hedonic factors, the kind of food that you just want to keep eating. Other factors we know to influence this is protein, which is a powerful factor, and fiber. And so what we're doing here is obvious in hindsight, yet nobody else has done it. We simplify this complexity. Instead of many numbers, we create one number. So we look at studies on what causes people to eat more or less, to gain weight or to lose weight, and then we reverse engineer how these factors predict the outcome. We can then run it in reverse and predict how much a specific food will make you eat. Using all of these factors together is a far more robust system than just looking at the protein or just looking at the carbs. And we've described this whole method in much more detail in other videos. It's really a no-brainer, yet nobody else has done it. So using this system, we rank foods from 0 to 100. And at the left end of the scale with low numbers, we have the foods that we predict will make you eat the most calories in the whole world. Turns out it includes cookies and cake and potato chips. Who knew? And these are the foods that make us as fat as humanly possible. At the right end, with high numbers, are the foods that cause you to eat the least. And this includes most vegetables and lean proteins, and also my favorite, which is non-fat Greek yogurt. And these foods can help you lose weight quickly. In the middle, we have balanced foods, balanced satiety, like eggs and bacon, or fruits and berries. And we aim for the midpoint, 50, to be where normal people will achieve a normal weight while living a normal life. That's what we're training the algorithm for. This seems quite simple, but it's really profound. It's about satiety foods instead of satiety drugs. You can quickly identify what foods are standing in the way for you to reach your goals. We can easily come up with a plan. You don't have to completely change how you're eating or exclude a lot of different foods. You can just eat a little bit more of the most helpful foods that you already love and a bit less of the foods that are holding you back. And some of those may be surprising. Sometimes we can also suggest just switch one food that you often eat to another, higher on the scale, that you like equally much. This is what our customers share that they love. It's so flexible. It fits your existing preferences. It is far, far easier. And it can also be more effective. However, having a ranking for foods is one thing. That is still not simple. Do you have to memorize 1,000 numbers? Do you have to weigh all your foods, put them in a spreadsheet? No, you don't have to do any of that. Modern AI is revolutionizing what a nutrition app can do, and Hava is leading the way. So let's look at the amazing Hava app. On the main screen, you get an instant overview of your day of eating. At the top, you have your satiety per calorie scale. You want to keep this around 50 for a balanced approach, and perhaps a bit higher, 50 to 70, if you're looking for weight loss. And the higher you go, the more powerful it becomes. You can click any meal to see the ingredients and how individual foods score. You can even click into them to see all the nutritional details. How do you enter foods that you eat? Well, the standard old way is to type them in. And we have great search where you often need just one or a few letters to find what you're looking for. The beautiful thing with this whole system is that you can instantly see if your meal is helping you reach your goals or not. Low scores below 30 turn orange. These foods will make you hungrier, make you want to eat more than you need. Balanced scores turn green, and high-scoring foods turn blue, above 70. Here are some low-scoring examples, and these foods can have all kinds of problems. Could be too much sugar, too much added fats, not enough nutrients and protein. You don't have to look through all the details, dozens of numbers and ingredients. You get a quick summary in just one number. Here are some higher scoring examples, great foods like proteins, vegetables, legumes, Greek yogurt, and more. And it's really simple once you get into it. You just instantly see where you're at today, and you can quickly identify problems as well as the best foods that you ate. Over 400,000 food items have these new AI-generated amazing food images, which I love. It's just a much nicer experience than you see elsewhere. One of the biggest new things in our niche is AI photo tracking. And we have the fastest and best AI photo tracking that I've ever seen. We call it Snap and Track, and you can get a full food log from a photo in about 5 seconds. Not just ingredients, but also the weights and the calories and the protein, all of that. Compare it to weighing and typing everything in. It's a complete game changer. It's seriously 10 to 100 times faster. So we launched Snap and Track a year ago live on stage, and since then we've kept improving quickly, and it's now much faster, much more accurate, and even nicer looking. It is the world's best photo tracking. But wait, there's more. We've recently added a Hava widget that you can install on your phone on the lock screen. And clicking it takes you straight to the Hava app camera. And if you take a food picture, you don't even have to wait 5 seconds for the result. If you just put the phone down, it will autosave when it's done. Together, this means that it can take just 3 seconds to log a meal. You may have to practice a little bit, but it's possible. If you're lucky Luke, you can do it in 2 seconds. Pick it up, take a picture, put it down, you're done. You can now log 3 meals per day, a full day of eating, potentially in under 10 seconds. That's insanely cool. I think. And I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as me. Looking then on more normal functions, our team has made insane progress since last year. For one thing, we now have more than 1,300 recipes of the highest class with super beautiful food images. These are taken by an actual human professional food photographer. It's not even AI. Moving on, we have now top lists of the best scoring foods in various categories. Could be vegetables, fruits, or grains, or anything really. And when you look at the food, you get suggestions for higher scoring similar foods, which can be quite helpful if you're starting out. You can also look at the highest and the lowest scoring foods in common restaurants. So what are the best and worst foods for you in places like Starbucks? You can quickly find out in the Hava app what the best options are. We've also added a ton of basic things since last year. Functions like copy meal, previous meals, favorite meals. You don't have to type in anything more than once. We've added a progress bar and streaks to make using the app even more fun and motivating. It's faster, it's cleaned up, and we're adding a legacy barcode scanner if you want it. It's not the future, but it can be convenient. Now we're adding weight tracking in an amazing way, where you can not just track your weight with these beautiful graphs, but you can also easily connect it to your satiety score to see how they interact. The hint is that if your satiety score increases over time, your weight will likely come down. You can try it and see. And we're also connecting the weight to carb intake or protein intake if you want to see how those impact your progress. For people who are curious about other things than satiety, we are making it super easy to see whatever interests you. For example, just click the protein button and all the meals and ingredients will switch to show protein grams. And you will get your ingredients sorted by protein so you can see quickly where it's coming from. Super convenient. And if you're tracking your carbs, you can do the same for net carbs and very easily see how many carbs you're eating in a day, in a meal, and what ingredients they are coming from. And remember, all of this data, you can get it in as little as 10 seconds per day by taking pictures of what you're eating. So if you're a numbers geek like me, this is all a lot of fun and very little work. Finally, the best part of all. What if you don't know much about satiety? Wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to study, you didn't have to learn a lot of stuff to benefit from our app? We made that possible. You don't need to know anything, really. Our AI coach, Ava, will guide you when you need it. Ava now already knows everything that you shared with us when you signed up, your goals, your food preferences, even things like food allergies, Ava knows. And you can always go to the third tab to talk to her, but now you don't even have to do that. Just scroll down on the main screen and she will greet you and remind you what your goals are for the day in case you forgot. And if you log a meal by taking a picture, for example, she will instantly give you feedback on it. What was good? What could be even better? What can you think about next time to succeed even faster? She will tell you right away. 24/7 expert coaching. And I haven't seen anything like it in any other nutrition app. So pretty much all of what I describe here is already available in the app today. Some things like our advanced weight tracking is coming during January. We're just wrapping them up. And this is just the beginning. There is much more on the way. So expect further rapid improvements every month beyond what I've shared here. Now it's time to wrap up this presentation, but first I have one more thing. We have something like Ozempic, but with food. And there's plenty of evidence to support the components of our scoring. But what about the complete satiety score? This is what people have criticized. Maybe it doesn't work to combine things like this. And we've been criticized like most pioneers are. And sure, many people love this already. Many say it's much easier to do, more effective. But how validated and proven is it? Do we know that it works? Yeah, we do. Thanks to all the people who've been using our app for the past year, we now have the data to prove that it works. When we graph all the days of eating so far, 67,000 days of eating from thousands of people, we get a super clear pattern. It's like a straight line. When people eat very low satiety foods in our app, in the left hand here, we have a score of 20, which is common for ultra-processed and fast food. And at that end, people eat far more calories, far more. And when people eat a balanced score of 50 in the middle here, they eat a more balanced number of calories. And when people eat very high satiety foods, at a score of 80, which is extremely high, they eat very few calories. And the difference here is absolutely massive. At the low end of the score, people eat twice as many calories. Many of these foods, these ultra-processed foods, they make us eat way too much. And this score, it's just a simple way to measure it, to quantify it for any food or way of eating. It turns out that this becomes a straight line across these satiety per calorie scores. People who switch to a little bit higher satiety per calorie foods end up eating significantly less calories, no matter where they start out. If you eat less, you'll get a lower weight, you'll improve your metabolic health. This is a way to do it that's simple and effective, and you can eat as much as you like without hunger. We're making this simple, we're making it fun, and based on this, we are convinced that our system works. In fact, we guarantee it. If you use our app for 30 days, logging most foods and hitting a streak for each day, we guarantee that you will be happy with your results. And if you're not happy, we will refund you 100%. We have a huge epidemic of obesity and poor health across the world. The cause is the new ultra-processed food environment. The solution is to eat better, but that's hard. We are making it simple. Our system works with any food preferences. You can be low carb or high carb, carnivore or vegan, or anything in between, like most of us. Our app is available today in a free basic version and a premium version with all the functionality with no limits. For premium, you have a free trial, and then if you want to keep using it, it's $39 per quarter, so about $13 per month. If you use premium, we guarantee you'll be happy with your results. Also, you will support our amazing team, people who are working super hard on making our product better every day. Huge thank you to everyone supporting us. We could not do this without you. If you want to try Hava, go to hava.co and sign up, or just download the Hava Eat app from the app stores. Start logging your meals, aim for a higher score, get support from Ava, and see what Hava can do for you. It only takes a minute a day, and it just might change your life. Thank you, and have a great day.